So the deck load requirement in Kansas City is 50 pounds per square foot, and that's a 40 pound per square foot live load and a 10 pound per square foot dead load. So dead load means furniture, grills, planters, snow that sits on top of it. So it's 50 pounds per square foot overall for decks in Kansas City. We pull our permits. Our homeowners don't pull our permits, so I couldn't tell exactly what their mistakes would be, but I can assume that what they would be how those members are interconnected and how those loads are transferred throughout. So I think if you don't know what you're doing and you say, well, I'm using 2x10 joists, 16 inches on center, it can carry 50 pounds per square foot live load. But then you're putting that load onto a beam. Can that beam carry the 50 pound per square foot live load? And that it's going to be dependent on how big that beam is and how far the spans are between its supports. Can that span between the supports also carry the 50 pound per square foot live load? And then that beam is going to transfer that load out to posts, which are going to sit on piers. So now can those piers, depending on where they're located and how much area they're carrying, can they also carry that 50 pounds per square foot live load? So, it's not just as simple as saying this pier can carry this much, this beam can carry this much, this joist can carry this much, this decking can carry this much. It's how they're all interconnected and how they relate to each other that matters. And I think that's where, homeowners would have the most challenging time doing that math. The Johnson County Residential Guideline Handbook lays out tables that will tell you, how much square foot area a pier can hold, how much a beam can hold, how far you can span a beam, how far you can span a joist. So there are tables that they've already done the math on all this that you can follow to do that. And there's, but there also can be extenuating circumstances outside of that guideline, or even outside of what the plans examiner or the city's engineers know, that you may require like third-party testing, like a Forte testing from a manufacturer, and you may be required to have like an engineer seal that can go in there and really dig into the math that's involved better than they can. So.